Annabelle Creation is the latest film in the Conjuring verse, based on the now infamous doll. We have the second film in a series of Annabelle films that are coming, and this series really shows no sign of slowing down. Looking back at this time, when in the Saw franchise, when we were at film 4, it became very stale and old and the scares weren't there, and it just didn't work. Fortunately though, Annabelle Creation is brilliant. It has an amazing story, great scares, a little bit of new characters, a little bit of Annabelle, who we love. Creation basically centers around a group of orphans. They head to live with a couple played by Anthony LaPaglia and Miranda Otto. They lost their child quite a few years ago, and basically just wanting the noise of children in the house again. Now the house is isolated, which is part of what I love about this film. It kind of reminded me of the first Conjuring, where the family were kind of in their own little isolated place, so all this great fantastical stuff can happen, and there's no convenient neighbours to run to next door like we saw in London in The Conjuring 2. So I did enjoy the setting of this film. So basically, one of the young orphans, Janice, finds herself in the corridor in the middle of the night, and the locked door is now open, and discovers Annabelle, and basically all hell goes from there. There's quite a lot of deaths in this movie, and I'm going to go on a tangent, so please bear with me. We saw this film tonight. It was quite packed, and there was a child in the film. Now this has happened to me in Deadpool, and I try not to judge, but all I want to say is, parents, I know you want to see these movies, but they're not appropriate for children. Not only for children, it's also not appropriate for us having to sit through them crying and screaming because they're scared out of their minds because a doll on the screen is trying to kill everyone, and then does kill everyone quite graphically. Just putting it out there, stop. And millennials, this is turning into a rant. Seriously, the millennials sitting behind us munching on their popcorn, talking, it's not your freaking lounge room, mate. Shut up! When did this become acceptable in a cinema, particularly in this genre of movie? Sit down, watch, zip it. Zip it, zip it, zip it. There's a cafe at my cafe around the corner. GTFO out of my movie and leave me alone. Rant over. So this film for me, I had trepidation going in because as you will have seen on our website, novastreamnetwork.com, Jay put his review up earlier today and hated it. Said it wasn't scary and it was laughable, and I was really concerned. And so I went into this with a bit of, oh, this is meant to be boring and funny and not scary. And I don't know if Jay was watching the same movie. This was scary. There were so many jump scares. I have war wounds on my knee from my partner. It was really good. The story was solid. The scares were there. The special effects, when they were used, were actually fantastic. I love when directors go old school and do the center of screen. So basically, when you come into a frame and a character is to the left and the middle is there, you know shit's going down. I love when filmmakers use that technique. I just love it. And there was a lot of that in this film, which I enjoyed. The acting was really good. Anthony LaPaglia and Miranda Otto, I don't think I've seen them in the same movie, but it they worked really well together. As a couple, the happiness in the good days and the sadness at the end of the movie, it just they blended really well together. Child actors are always interesting. In this film, I found them really endearing and really well done. So that was good and a good surprise. The film was directed by David S. Sandberg. Now, if you know him, he did the film Lights Out. And there's a lot of, when the lights were flickering in this film, which happens, I was like, oh, wink, wink. I don't know if it was deliberate, but it was funny. I found this film to be better than the first Annabelle. I was a lot more scared, a lot more freaked out. I found the story was really well done, and I really enjoyed it. So I really think that if you are into the Conjuring verse and you love a good scare, Annabelle Creation is definitely for you. There's a really good surprise at the end of the film in relation to the doll and its history. So if you know anything about the real Annabelle and the Warrens, you'll be delighted by this film. And fans of the Conjuring verse and just horror in general will love it, and will have you wanting a Fright Night's Maze in Halloween this year dedicated to Halloween. I know I am. So Annabelle Creation is in cinemas now. Have you seen it? Opening day. Let me know your thoughts down below. Click like, hit share, and as always, keep it locked on Novastream. And in all, it's just such a great film. I was so excited by the... Oh, where's my logo? Oh, that was creepy. Ooh. What's going on? Ooh, creepy. That's actually creepy. I'm not doing that at all. Okay. Oh my god. This is... I'm not kidding, look. That's creepy. Oh, there we go.